Hi guys, Pete from Ashton's Cars. Today we're looking at this Ford Fiesta. It's a 2019 ST-Line X and it's the 1.5 diesel model. So it combines sporty looks with low running costs. Just what you want in a small car. Now this 2019 example is the very last incarnation of the Ford Fiesta, a car that has run for generations and been an absolute hero in terms of small sporty hatchbacks. This is the 3-door version, which is the one that you want because it looks more cool, and being the ST-Line X, it's one of the top of the range models. As I said, it combines sporty looks with economy. This is the diesel, it's a 1.5 litre diesel, 120 horsepower, 6-speed manual gearbox, and 120 mile an hour top speed. 0 to 60, it's about 8.5 seconds. So quite a sporty little number, but very, very cheap to run with a 55, 60 miles per gallon. Easily achievable on a longer run. In many ways, it really saddens to me to think that this is one of the last incarnations of small hatchback that we're going to have. It's old school, it's manual gearbox, it's got a manual handbrake, so you can do handbrake turns. Not that you should, but you can. And it's compact, properly small. Now, I dare say maybe in a few years' time, Ford will resurrect the Fiesta badge and put it on a crossover sort of thing. I mean, look what they've done with the Ford Capri, but do you really want an electric-powered SUV? No, you want a small, compact, sporty hatchback, and that's exactly what the ST-Line X is. The little car here has had a few enhancements from the previous owner just to further improve those looks. The front splitter here, the carbon look splitter, that's not standard, but it does look rather delicious. We have got standard wheels, painted calipers on the brakes in there though. Again, more carbon fibre down the skirts. Again, that's an additional extra that's been put on this particular car. And to finish it all off, a carbon spoiler on the rear. And let me tell you, we're approaching the top speed of 120 miles an hour in this thing. It'll have no effect whatsoever. But it does look cool, doesn't it? Standard is this rather delicious looking rear diffuser here on the rear. Look at that. Proper serious bit of kit. Overall, it all adds up to a very sporty looking hatchback, which has got a really nice profile, really nice stance, and as I say, it's not too big, so it feels really agile and sporty on the roads, despite being a modern car with lots of safety equipment. While it may be a little bit old school in its handbrake and gearbox and all the delicious things that you actually want, inside it is thoroughly modern. ST-Line X is the top of the range. It means you get these delicious looking half leather seats. You've got lots of red and black trim, and you've got a very cool screen in the middle there, which also features Apple CarPlay. And I'll show you a little bit more of that in just a second. But the whole car does have a very high quality feel to it. It feels like it's been screwed together properly. And well, Ford are kings of making rather normal cars feel quite special. And the ST-Line X in this particular car, it does feel special. Headlamps on this particular car are absolutely gorgeous. They've got a really good night vision. Excuse the fact they look like they're flashing, they're actually not. That was a bit of a camera effect. They've just gone off. It's where I opened the door. When you lock the car, the power fold mirrors will fold in automatically. You can do that manually from inside. And to the rear quarter, you have got darkened privacy glass, so it's quite difficult to see in. All this, as I say, just further enhances this already really good looking car. The Fiesta's a really pleasing shape, and the fact is Ford didn't stop making these because of a lack of demand. In fact, they were still one of the best selling cars in the UK. The reality is they were losing money by selling these Fiestas. They just got so much packed into them and they couldn't charge enough money in this sector to make it a profitable thing. That's why they've gone to selling bigger, heavier, more expensive crossover type things, but they lack driver enjoyment. This is the real deal. Of course, while it is the actual ST that gets a lot of the headlines on the Fiesta, it's the ST-Line X that is the sensible daily option because the fuel consumption's fantastic, and with 120 horsepower, it's still not lacking in terms of driver enjoyment. So let's start it up, shall we? First of all, sat in here, I've got plenty of space. I can sit quite low in the car, which is nice. You can get these bucket seats quite low down on the settings, which will suit taller drivers. I've got plenty of elbow room, very good driving position. Wheel falls naturally into my hands. And what a wheel it is, it feels really nice and sporty. I've got all my cruise control switches on this side. I've got a massive trip computer with numerous settings that I won't go into in too much depth, but it just feels right. And being a keyless starting, you just, as long as you've got the key on you, dip the clutch, press that button, and she fires up like so. It'll run through a few things on here, which I think it's just going to tell me my key battery's low and that no one's belted up yet. Right, so that's my main screen there. That middle screen with the digital speedo can also have the trip computer on it. You can get your music up on there and all sorts of other various little things. And you do that by pressing this button here. It'll flick through various different modes, and yeah, it's quite nice. At the moment I haven't got a device connected, but I have been using Apple CarPlay in this car, and you do that through this USB. It's really simple to set up, and then all your phone's functions will come up on this rather large and nice looking screen in the middle here. But even without your phone connected, you have still got navigation on this car. You have still got your phone settings set up on it. It'll again tell me that, yeah, various permissions I need to press. But it's a really clear display, and it's also got one of the best reverse cameras that I've ever seen. Really, really good. Front sensors on this particular car as well. They show up on this little bit here, and then you've got the camera with your wheel. It actually turns when I turn the wheel. You see that the white lines turn with me? How about that? It's quite cool. It's really easy to place. It will suit people who perhaps new drivers that might want a car like this, and it just makes the car very, very easy to maneuver around town. Little details like the stitching on this handbrake lever, the matching stitching on the gear gaiter, and the red trim that flashes throughout this car really do make it feel a little bit special and a little bit sporty. It's not your average Fiesta, this. And I really like it. I like the fact as well that it is quite simple in that it's got a manual gearbox, a normal handbrake. It's very easy to drive. It feels pretty quick and rapid when you're on the road, and you have got really good visibility all around. So kind of everything that you want in a small car. It's practical, but it's fun. It's 3-door as well, and make a note of that, guys, and ask yourself, what 3 doors do Ford make now? Any? I can't think of one, and that's sad in itself. Certainly when I was a kiddie, everyone wanted the 3-door version. You didn't want a 5-door because that was for mum and dad. 3 doors were for people who were young and cool. This is a cool car, and that is why I would urge you to consider buying one of these, because they are cool. It's finished in the right colour, this particular one is. I think that white is the best colour combo, and it shows that flashing carbon trim on it. Really, really good. It's a nice contrast. It's got all the right details in it, being the 3-door, and I do prefer this 1.5 diesel engine over the petrols, because as we know, the petrols can be a little bit problematic with wet belt issues. So my advice on the Fiesta front is buy a diesel one. And there's no better time to buy one than now. Still relatively new, this car is, so pretty trouble-free. It's done about 82,000 miles. But the crucial thing about this particular car is they're not going to make any more of them. No one's going to be making, for a start, 3 doors anymore, because it's more expensive to build. They're not going to be wanting to do things with manual gearboxes, because everything's hybrid or electric, and that means it's auto. And also, diesel's now going out of vogue, but this is Euro 6, so it's ULEZ compliant. Very good on fuel, and just trouble-free motoring for you. Probably the last in the line then in a breed of fantastic hatchbacks that go right the way back to the 70s with the Mark I Fiesta, where young people and people who just wanted something small and economical to run formed orderly queues to their Ford dealership to buy these cars. These were never out of the top 5 best-selling cars in the UK, and there's a good reason for that. It's because they're flaming brilliant. So if you want to sample one, well, we've got one right here. It is available for sale. I mean, I'm not going to not try and sell it to you. If you want to have this car, give me a call. 07932 873 646 is my number, and I'll be happy to take a part exchange, deliver it, help you out in any way I can, and give you some advice on them if you're looking to buy one. The other thing I would say is I would really love to hear from you if you've had a Fiesta, whether it's a newer one like this or whether it was the Mark 1 back in the 70s, 80s. Let me know your Fiesta stories, because these cars were iconic and they're coming to an end. Well, they've come to an end. Ford's Fiestas are no longer being built, and that's sad. So yeah, let me know your Fiesta stories. Let me know your thoughts on this car. Drop into the comments, and please, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, comment below, let us know your stories, your thoughts, and we hope to speak to you very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. I will just finish off with a few more little walk around glimpses of our Fiesta ST-Line X.